Hello and welcome to the Elite YGO. My name is Reese, and after my last Magical Musketeer deck profile finally hit 1,000 views, thank you guys so much. It is the first video on the channel to reach such a milestone, and I am so unbelievably grateful. And now we're over 100 subscribers, so we actually broke the initial goal. We did it a bit later than I had hoped, but that's okay. I wanted to get it within a month, but maybe I was just being a bit greedy there. But regardless, we're here now. I'd like to thank you all so much. And with that, I'm going to give you the deck I've been asked about the most since that video got released, and that's a Dogmatica Magical Musketeer deck. This is infinitely better than the deck I showed before. This is such a more powerful, more aggressive version of the deck, in my opinion. And now you can actually go first really comfortably. So, without further ado, let's get on with the deck profile. Okay, so for the monsters, this is pretty standard stuff. We play the 3 Starfire specials, one from the deck. It's also level 4, which means double or nothing is still one of the best combos in the deck. 3 Caspar searches, one from the deck, which is really good. 3 Kid Brave, which this will discard a Musket card and draw you 2 new cards, which means you get to cycle through your deck a lot faster. Turbo, turbo, turbo. The 1 Doc, 1 is all you need personally. If you want to run more, you can, but the deck's already at 45 cards, and before you say anything, 45 is okay. Trust me, it doesn't need to be 40 on the nose, especially when you're mixing Dogmatica in the deck. Space gets tight, so yeah, I think one of this is fine, and then just the 1 Calamity just to, facilitate the double or nothing combo with the Starfire. So yep, that's it. Kindly ended up off the table there. Onto the Dogmatica cards, we play 3 Ecclesia. Shout out Steph for letting me borrow these for the video, because Ozpost has been trash lately. But basically what she does is if there's an extra deck monster on the field, she's a free extender, special summons herself. She's also level 4, which means double or nothing is even more prevalent in the deck. And on summon, she'll search a Dogmatica card, but it locks you out of the extra deck, much like all the Dogmatica cards do. They all lock you out, so you'll do this stuff kind of last. Now we play the 1 Fleur-de-Lis, Walking Impermanence. This card's absurd. And another absurd card, Maximus. We play 1 of each because they're all searchable, obviously. Maximus is really broken in this deck for one specific reason, which I'll just demonstrate later on for you, so keep an eye out. You should probably watch the whole video to see what I'm talking about. We play 3 Parallax Seed. This is still in the deck. You should never take this out. This card's broken. It chain blocks your cards. Also level 4 to make double or nothing, or like things like Abyss Dweller. Wink, wink. Onto hand traps. We play 3 Gamma. Obviously, everyone's playing this right now. This card's just the best hand trap in the game right now. And it doesn't lose to Call by the Grave. And to pair that, we play 3 Impermanence. Impermanence is like a honorary Magical Musket card. You might as well just call it Magical Musketeer Impermanence at this point. Onto spells. 3 Cross Domination, another Impermanence. Except this one drops their attack to 0. It's a glorified budget version of Forbidden Droplets, which I've cut from the deck because the deck was getting big enough. 3 Nadir Servant. This card's really broken by itself, can do so much. So yeah, it's not a wonder this card is as expensive as it is. 3 Desires, obviously another honorary Magical Musketeer card. You should be playing this at 3. There is no reason not to. You play multiples of pretty much everything, and then you just do this after you've done your searches anyway, so it's irrelevant. The card's nuts. And then just the 1 double nothing, because 10,000 damage is pretty good, man. Pretty good. Onto traps. 3 Desperado. Again, this card's really cool. Targets though, which is unfortunate. 3 Last Stand. Basically negates a spell and trap while you control a Magical Musket. I should say that. All the Magical Musket spells and traps require you to control a Magical Musket monster, which can be really unfortunate. And then just the 1 Dancing Needle. This is like whatever. You can probably cut this. You can play it if you want. It's really up to you. I think it's okay right now. It's not the best it's ever been, but it's an easy side out nonetheless. Dogmatica Punishment. This card's really good. Sends a card from the extra deck to pop a card on the field. Really strong stuff. And then Shadow Schism, because Windar wins games, man. Wins games. Before we get on to the extra deck, guys, I'd like to give a quick shout out to Nikija.com.au. Please go to their website. Link will be in the description for all your single needs. use promo code ELITE5 at checkout for a 5% discount on all orders ever, which means that promo code can be used whenever you wish. Anyway, let's get on with the extra deck. So we play 3 max. There is no reason not to play 3. This card is pretty damn broken, if you ask me. The 1 unicorn. This is the only nightmare we kept in the extra deck because space is really tight right now, and it's probably the more versatile one. So yeah, that one's good. Also points down, which is pretty relevant. Borrow a sword. We cut the access code because we've only got light and dark attributes now, which means it's not as powerful as it once was. But this is still good. Most times you're never going into a link 4 anyway because your board's so oppressive. People just scoop. So now onto fusion. Titanic Lad is really good because you send him, and then during the end phase, you can special summon or search a Dogmatica card. So that's really good. The Shadow engine, we play App Cologne, Construct, and Window. We play the Construct because there's a neat combo with Maximus where you send App Cologne, and then you discard the Schism that you searched off this, and then add it back with Construct later. So that's really good. And then we just play the 1 Entus because it's a free pop. And I guess I'll put this here too. We play Wing Pegasus because it just shuffles back a card. It's really good. You could play the Fusion Skull King thing, the Fossil thing instead of this. It's arguably better. I just don't have it, so it's fine taking its spot. Onto the XYZs, we obviously play the Double or Nothing package. We don't play the Utopia the Lightning anymore because extra deck space is a lot tighter than it once was, so you're just gonna have to settle for this. Biguska, really good still, and then obviously the Abyss Dweller, which is really nuts. That's it for the deck profile. Let me show you this quick combo that you're probably desperate to see because it's really nice. It's a 3-card combo, but it's pretty interactive if you ask me. Okay, so for this demonstration, you're going to need a hand like this. So you're going to need like a Magical Musket Monster, Nadir Servant, and Parallel Exceed. Parallel Exceed is what makes Nadir Servant so powerful. So if you open these in conjunction with each other, it basically means your opponent doesn't get the plus off your Maximus. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to normal summon our Caspar. If you can activate a spell card underneath it, do it now, like Desires or something. It's best to do it now and hope you don't banish anything because you just want to grab the free plus of this. But let's just assume we've got nothing. We'll link it off into max, and then we'll activate Parallel Exceed from hand because we're link summoned. And then Exceed's effect will activate, summoning another one. They now become level 4. So we overlay into Abyss Dweller, which basically means your opponent's monsters that get sent to the graveyard from the extra deck don't get to activate. Now that we're done with the extra deck ourselves, we're going to activate Nadir Servant. We're going to send App Cologne to search Maximus. App Cologne's effect will activate, searching us Schism, and then we'll discard Schism straight away, which means it's a free plus. From here, we're going to special summon Maximus by banishing the App Cologne. And then Maximus's effect will activate, sending Titanic Lad and Construct. Construct's effect will activate, adding Schism back to our hand. And then we'll set Schism. So when you activate Maximus, I should mention this, but when you activate Maximus's effect, if they send anything threatening, just activate Dweller. Turns it off entirely. So keep that in mind. That's what makes it really nice. So we set the Schism, we go end phase, Titanic Lad will activate, special summon Ecclesia, Ecclesia's effect will activate, search Fleur-de-Lis. We'll pass to your opponent, they do some stuff, whatever, we just activate Schism, we'll banish Titanic Lad and Construct for Window. So now they can only special once per turn. Let's just say they try to use some graveyard effects, we'll just dwell them, and let's say they've got a monster on the field that threatens us, summon Fleur-de-Lis, activate its effect, target the monster, and negate it too. And if you happen to have some musket spells and traps in your hand, you still have the musket monster at the top to let you activate those. So truth be told, this is definitely a better version of the deck than what I had before. Obviously Dogmatica are just absurd on their own, so paired with a deck like this, I think it's really nuts. I mean, look at the field they have to deal with. A Winder, a Negate, extra deck, a Graveyard Negate, and this would technically pop a card if they summoned a Dark Monster. I don't know, man. I think this deck's nuts. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. Please leave us a like and a subscribe. If this video gets over 30 likes again, I'll be so grateful. Because I'm just so glad with the success the other video got. So if this can reach anywhere near close to that or even more, I'll be so grateful, guys. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see ya next time.